It's time for the Coach's Corner Show, presented by Big Z Sports with WJER. Coach's Corner is brought to you by Williams Floorcoverings, Wood Electric, and Sugar Valley Meats.
Bill Hammerstrom here for Big Z Sports and WJER Sports in the Coach's Corner with Dover head coach Matt Rees getting set for the Week 5 already matchup with the Ashland Arrows out of the Ohio Cardinal Conference. Next year you'll be in the OCC. There'll be a conference opponent then. Now you're getting a little preview. You've already seen West Holmes. You've seen what the OCC's been doing with New Philadelphia and Madison Comprehensive and Mansfield Senior. Has the season so far confirmed what you knew about the OCC?
Yeah, it's a fantastic conference. It's a competitive conference. It's full of great athletes. It has great coaching. So as we go through and we see more of the OCC, I mean, we can see that it is a very competitive conference.
Now you talk about great athletes. You're kind of taking a tour of some of the best collegiate recruits in the area. If it's the defensive backs for Maple Heights or a couple players from last week for Columbus Academy, you got another one here in the quarterback for Ashland.
Yeah, and he's really good. He's really good. I remember we scrimmaged Ashland several years ago when he was a freshman and played quarterback, I believe, in the freshman scrimmage, and then came on and played defensive end in the varsity scrimmage. And looking at him then, I said, this kid's got something special. And so watching him on film, you can definitely see he is a Division I quarterback.
I want to talk about another Division I athlete because I was at the Ohio State game. I saw Simon Lorenz on the big screen up there singing along with the alma mater after the win over Ohio University. How does that make you feel as somebody who coached him here, to have somebody, the work that it takes to be a preferred walk-on at a place like Ohio State?
It's not an easy job. Playing in college at any level is not an easy job, and taking on a PWO, especially at a school like Ohio State, it's tough. And Simon has embraced it. I'm fortunate that I work with both his mom and his dad, so I can check in with them on him. And I reach out to Simon here and there, or he'll reach out to me about different things. So it's exciting to see him progress and grow, and it seems like he's enjoying his time down there.
He's got to work hard to get where he is, and I want to talk about last week's game, a tough loss, and I think it was tough for the fans because we could see how hard your players were working to come back from that deficit and the emotion that they put into that second half. What can you say about the effort? I think you were down 20-0 in that game.
We were. We started off, they jumped on us quick, and they put up 20 on us in the first half, and in the second half there was that clawing and scratching and fighting back, and to see the fight is encouraging. And we talk about growth. Every time you and I have talked, we talked about we're looking for growth. But I look at it and we lacked consistency, and some of the things that we had in the second half we didn't necessarily have in the first half, and so that's been the message, is being consistent and then finishing, and finish every game, finish every play. So
now you want to focus on this season, but you get a lot of looks at some sophomores with some injuries and some other things going on, including our Subway player of the game last week, Dieter Weber, who led some of those scoring drives in the second half. What can you say about this sophomore class and how they at least stepped up in that game?
Yeah, and we saw this last year too. I mean, due to injuries, we're seeing a lot of younger athletes get experience, and when we watch them and when we see them, that's what we look for. We want to see the fight, see the growth, see the I'm not going to back down. I might not be as big or as strong as I'm going to be, but it's encouraging to see that from a program standpoint that they fight.
You're going on the road to play a really good Ashland team. Do you look back at last year's playoff game when you went on the road? Play a really good team. I mean, I don't think a lot of people favored you to win that game. You came out and you took it to them. Do you find any inspiration from last year, or are you just a whole new team this year?
Well, I mean, every year is a new team, but at the same time, and we take those moments and use those as time to remember, because many of the players that are playing on this team were a part of that game last year. And so taking that and remembering that and having our kids even mention things like that, the fight, that's a game we were down to start the game and going into the second half, and the fight, the clawing, the scratching to come back and end up winning that game. We definitely take things like that and use some of those moments to just, again, don't forget those, remember those, and use those to grow.
It's already week 5. Does it feel like it's going fast for your first year?
When you mention it, yes, it does. I'll be honest, it seems like this is the fastest it's gone. Sometimes in the moment you don't really realize how fast it goes, but when you start to reflect back, and I reflect back to starting the weight room in January, and then getting hired at the end of January going into February, you really don't think about how fast it's gone until you take a step back and you mentioned, hey, you're week 5 already. So it does go really fast.
Coach Matt Rees for the Dover Crimson Tornadoes getting set to take on Ashland. This has been the Coach's Corner. Coach, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thanks, Bill.
For WJER Big Z Sports, I'm Bill Hammerstrom.
Thanks for joining us for the Coach's Corner Show, presented by Big Z Sports with WJER. Coach's Corner was brought to you by Wood Electric, Sugar Valley Meat, and Williams Floorcoverings.